Should you keep money in the bank account or should you invest it into precious metals? Hello future investors and welcome back to another weekly episode. Today's video, I've adjusted the filming setup so it's slightly different. It's in a bit more of a straight on view instead of a bird's eye view. So let me know in the comments if you prefer this view or the bird's eye view. So let's start with a video. Well, today I want to talk about cash and precious metals, but more specifically, should you keep your cash in the bank account or should you take all of your cash out and invest it into precious metals? Well, the reason I want to talk about that is because the current banking crisis that is going on. Obviously, a lot of us precious metal YouTubers and content creators are really focusing on that right now. As you may have seen, YouTubers like 365 Days of Silver, Backyard Bullion, and myself as future investments, we've all covered the banking crisis with the banks such as Silicon Valley and Credit Suisse all sort of failing or having to be bought out. Now that does make it a current concern for people holding money in their bank account, which, like most of us do, we all have money in the bank account, don't we? Some of us have more than others, but nonetheless, whether you've got £1 or $1 or $1 million or £1, it's all valuable to that specific person, isn't it? Because everyone's financial circumstances are different. However, as we know, we invest in precious metals because it's a really secure way of preserving your wealth against all sorts of disadvantages when it comes to fiat currency, such as wars, financial breakdown, market crashes, recessions, and pandemics like COVID. And as we see, when there is a pandemic or any sort of systemic economic crisis, precious metal values go up because people like to run to gold and silver predominantly as a safe haven to protect their wealth and put it into an asset that they know is extremely low risk and has an extremely high rate of return when it comes to preserving your wealth. Now, with the banks sort of closing or having financial issues, interest rates rocketing up, is it a good time to pull your savings out and dump all of it into precious metals? Well, it's a good question, isn't it? Because we all love cash, don't we? I mean, I know a lot of you watching will instantly go, I don't love cash. But what I mean by that is the spending power of cash, not cash itself. It's actually worthless, isn't it? It's just a piece of paper. But in the same aspect, precious metals could be considered worthless, couldn't it? Because really, at the end of the day, things are only deemed valuable when a society deems it as valuable. Now, for example, if I had my filming mat here that I made, if it was deemed as valuable, if it was popular, then it would be deemed as a valuable asset. But of course, it's not. So, yeah. Where should you stick your money or where should you buy precious metals in terms of sticking your wealth into that? Well, it's a difficult one. I don't want to come out here and say take all of your money out of your bank account and stick it into gold and silver, because if you've been watching my channel long enough, you will know that I am a believer in having a war chest. Now, a war chest is what I like to call a bulk amount of savings, which is for a rainy day, or even if it's not for a rainy day, it's just nice to have. So when you do want to treat yourself to something large, or let's say there is a crisis financially for you, you don't have to worry about that because there is enough worries in life already. So why not try and eliminate one of those sort of stresses by having a war chest? Now, I'm not going to go into detail about how much I have in my war chest, but it's in the thousands. I'm not going to give you a specific answer to that because I think it's a bit of a personal topic, but it is in the thousands. And I have a limit in my mind of what I like to try to keep that amount at. But being a precious metal stacker and a content creator in the finance sort of sector on YouTube, I do tussle with my mindset of should I keep it in that account? Because I know, as well as you guys do, that fiat currency is a dying sort of resource, isn't it? You've got things like CBDCs coming in, which obviously the central banks, like the Bank of London, have cottoned on to the fact that all these cryptocurrencies and these online versions of payment are becoming extremely popular. So it does make you wonder, doesn't it? Should you keep this money in an account where even the government are almost saying, yeah, we see where this is going? So It's a difficult one. I mean, I like having that money in the account. It makes me feel safe that if I had to get quick access to a large amount of money, I could do so very, very quickly. However, will it always be a possibility to access that cash very, very quickly and easily? That's the question we're asking, isn't it? Because if you look at the banks like Silicon Valley and Credit Suisse, you would never have said those banks would have failed, especially Credit Suisse, because it's one of the world's largest banks and Switzerland is one of the world's wealthiest countries. But can you imagine the amount of money that people would have had in those accounts and then being probably told, no, unfortunately, you can't take it out because we've got issues. So, yeah, it is a tricky one. I don't feel like I've got a definitive answer that I can give you because it's just not fair for me to sort of try and give you an answer, because at the end of the day, I'm not a banker and I'm certainly not a financial advisor, but I am an avid precious metals stacker and investor who likes trying to do the best I can do with my finances and my wealth. Just trying to get this quarter ounce gold Britannia to focus. Come on, focus. There we go. God, look at it. I'll tell you what, I do really like this new setup. Well, I say new setup, the new angle of filming. I've had a lot of trouble in the past with my lighting, really sort of reflecting off of the precious metals, more so the silver, because it's an extremely reflective precious metal. But this sort of new angle really does allow me to get a really good view on these precious metals. It really shows the orange in the gold, while it also shows the silver without reflecting. I love these proof capsules, but if I was to recommend them, I would say just be warned that there can be a pain to screw on because your precious metal likes to get stuck underneath. Look at that. Beautiful. But yeah, overall, the banking crisis, I think it is something you should be concerned about because it does affect everyone in the world because, like I said, 90% of us keep our money in a bank account because we need to for things like bills, direct debits, etc. So, yeah, it is a tricky one. I don't feel like I want to completely take all of my money out and dump it into precious metals because that takes away my liquidity of having a versatile amount of money that I can have if I need for access. However, maybe I should lower the amount in my war chest. Maybe I shouldn't have as many thousands of pounds in there as I do because I'm aware that that money is not working for me, it's working against me. By just leaving it in my account, it's sitting idle, it's gathering dust, and day by day when the rate of inflation increases and the price of the fiat currency in GDP, the sterling pound, drops, that money is lowering in value. No matter how you look at it, the buying power is becoming less and less. I mean, look at this 1 kilogram silver Britannia coin. I paid £912 for this about a month and a half ago. And at the time, I thought, oh my God, I've bought it at a wrong time. I bought when the silver prices are high. I should have kept that money in the bank account. However, fast forward to now, and to get one of these, it's over £1,000 from one of the cheapest online bullion dealers. So you never know what's going to happen with the financial markets or with the timing of precious metals. Now, I don't really want to go and dump all of my money into precious metals because, like I said, I like having the versatility, knowing that I've got that cash. But maybe I need to come up with some sort of method to not really keep so much in an account. I need to start making my money work a bit better for me because really I'm trying to find assets as well as precious metals that benefit me and help protect and increase my wealth. But having the recent banking crisis appear, it sort of put a fast forward in my mind of what I should be doing with that money. So yeah, it's a tricky topic, isn't it? And like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a banker, and I do every now and then get some comments, and these comments aren't from my regular viewers, they're from people who have sort of stumbled across my channel saying, oh, you don't know what you're talking about and this and that. And that's why I say I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just an avid investor and precious metal stacker and YouTube content creator who enjoys talking about these topics as it's something in my personal life that I really do enjoy, trying to benefit my life by being smart with money. And that's all it comes down to, really. So let me know if you've enjoyed this video. I've really enjoyed this new angle of setup. I think it's worked quite well. So let me know in the comments below. And until next time, I'll see you in the very next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye. To watch another episode on future investments, click the link now.